morning, everybody. Swamp Fox coming at you. Hope everybody's having a great day. Just doing a little heading to church and riding and chatting. I don't know if you read in the description. I guess I'll wait for a few people to come in, but score another one for the good guys. Guerilla investigations. It's been like a 4-month thing. He's seen that veteran get attacked in his own front yard by that rogue police chief, arrested, and of course the chief tried to change his life, tell a bunch of lies. So Guerilla Investigations went down there and spent 4 months getting the corrupt cop out. First he found out that he had an open when you beat people up, when you beat women up, protective order. He had a open protective order. Now when you got a restraining order, is what it's called in my state, protective orders in other states, the person who has the protective order against them has to give up their guns. They're not allowed to have them. It's a felony if you do. Now somehow he kept his job, and they didn't make him remove his gun. So Guerrilla Investigations went to the mayor, and the mayor said he didn't care. He wasn't going to make him step down or fire him or whatever. He wasn't going to make him quit being a cop. So this guy kept on and on and on, and finally they got him fired, and he got his guns taken away. He wasn't allowed to carry guns anymore, so how you gonna be a police chief? And then he got him fired. Finally, the town council fired him. Trump said, "What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. I'm so glad you're here. Appreciate you being here." If I miss anybody coming in, understand I'm driving. I'll check when I stop the park. But yeah, anybody, y'all go check out Guerrilla Investigations. Now, he just put the video up. It's been up a short while, and he got a chief of police. He got his guns taken away for now. I mean, until the case is over and they find out whatever. But as long as you got a restraining order against you, in most states you can't have your guns. So he got his gun stripped, and then the city council fired the guy. So that's good. That's score one for the good guys. And go check out his video. I am going to be playing part of it on my video this Friday night. I do my first round of chemo Friday, guys. So I plan on doing my first Dirty Cop News show Friday night. Hopefully, if I feel good enough after chemo. This is a different type of chemo than I was doing. So let's see. Poor Dirt Farmer, man, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you guys in a while. But right now, that's when I plan on 9 o'clock Friday night doing my Dirty Cop News. I'm here in South Carolina, so Eastern Standard Time. So anybody wants to come in and watch my first episode. Now, of course, I did a live stream a couple weeks ago after I got my new phone, a new internet thing from Verizon, so it worked out pretty decent. Hopefully, I did watch some of the video, and it skipped a couple places, but hopefully it'll do good enough to get through my Dirty Cop News. Let's see, Patricia Walton, good to see you. Glad to see you here. Hope everybody's doing well. Y'all make sure y'all sub to each other if you're not, and smash that like button for me. So yeah, I got a good episode of Dirty Cop News coming up Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do my first round of chemo this Friday at 10 in the morning. And it's for I think it lasts 3 hours long. 30 minutes for the first one, and I think 2 hours for the next one, plus a half hour of you going and do blood work and stuff like that. So it's like a 3-hour thing, like it was last time, but it's different chemo this time. It's not supposed to mess with my neuropathy or anything like that. Yeah, I see this guy's backing up. Maybe I should do the same thing, pull over and back up. I'm too far ahead. There's an 18-wheeler coming. Anyway, I'll just sit through traffic. Hope I ain't late for church. I got 45 minutes. But anyway, so it's really good to see y'all. D's 241. That's 241. I'm sorry. Just put my glasses on. Good to see you. But yeah, y'all smash that like button. I got 13 in here and only 4 of you got me smashed. I don't know what what you coming here for if you don't like me enough to smash that thumbs up. But yeah, you don't have to. It's up to you. But yeah, I got a couple good cases of some corrupt cop news coming, and then the fact I'm going to show a part of this Guerilla Investigations video. Other than that, I'm just riding and chatting. Y'all, everybody who don't know or who does know, Jeff is here, also known as NC Tyrant Hunters, trying to get to 200,000 on his channel, NC Tyrant Hunter. So if you're not subscribed to him, go show him some love. He does not back down. He's one of the ones that it doesn't matter. He's going to protect his Second Amendment, his First Amendment, and he's going to get out there and video whether, you know, cops like it or not. He has put the handcuffs on and went down a couple times, unjustly, of course. So, you know, if you want to help get him up to 200,000, now he is giving some kind of camera away. A really nice camera. I think he said it was like a $350 camera. Once he hits 2,000 to one of the people, how he's going to do that, it's like some kind of thing, raffle thing or something, I don't know. But he's giving away a camera when he hits, I know that. Let's see. All right, now let me start reading the chats. Rights Crispy, what's up, my brother? Hold still, let me make you a mod. Everybody, whoa, hold on, I didn't mean to do that. Man, Rights Crispy, let me add you as a moderator. Sorry about that. I think it took your message around, but you're now a moderator. There you go. All right, everybody's a moderator on my channel. I love everybody. So everybody comes here is welcome. And so the only thing I ask is don't fight with each other and don't, you know, whatever. It's the First Amendment channel. So as long as nobody's fighting with each other and being derogatory, and then if that happens, people will point it out to me, or I'll read it and then I'll block that person. But I love everybody. I want everybody to be here. And say what you got to say. You know, I don't ban cuss words and stuff like that. I do ban it if y'all being fighting with each other. I like time y'all out and say, hey, get along, we're family, this, that, and other. All right, it must be a wreck, because there goes the highway patrol guy. He's not a cop, but they, the SHEP people that go by and help out. So something must be going on. He has at least 5 different names. Yeah, I'm Swamp Fox News, and then I got Swamp Fox Cooks. Because I do a cooking channel. I'm also a chef. I'm a contractor, but I'm also a chef. So I do a cooking channel. I haven't done many videos there in a while because I've been battling cancer the last couple of years. And like I'm traveling back and forth. I had to go to North Carolina. This year I'm going to Texas. I've been back and forth and flew to Texas back and forth a couple of times. I had a procedure there on Tuesday. Flew down on Monday. Had a procedure on Tuesday. Flew home Wednesday. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, flew home Wednesday, was back to work Thursday. Although they told me to take a week off, I stayed. Oh, Bo Como. Hold on a second. I'm going to make you a mod. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you being here. Add you as a moderator. All right, there you go. Now you're a mod. Appreciate you coming. There is really no First Amendment rights rules here except for don't fight with people. Everybody here is part of my family. I love everybody and I want everybody to love each other. I hope that y'all would encourage each other to subscribe to each other's channel, and let's help each other grow, so when we go live, we have everybody from all corners of the world watching and saying, hey, this is going on, and y'all start, you know, downloading the videos as it's happening live so we can trap it. Because, you know, once a cop gets your phone, you don't get it back. They use your evidence as their evidence and hold it against you. So we want to make sure. Oh, I am, buddy. Make no mistake. So I had the ablation, Rights Crispy. I had the ablation on Tuesday, and I couldn't fly on Tuesday. They wanted me to wait, so we flew home Wednesday, and I was right back to work Thursday. As long as God wakes me up, I'm gonna keep on moving. But part of what I want to do is, because you never know with cancer what's going to happen. I still have a little bit in my peritoneum, which is a rare cancer, and that's what we're working on now. And I'm going to do some rounds of chemo. And now the cancer in my liver is taken care of. They did that Tuesday. And so I start chemo on Friday. And then in November, I go down to see if it's helped any, if it's shrunk any. Now, I am on this too. It's the Joe Tippin trial. This Panicure, and I'll show everybody because it's funny, kind of. And if you see what it is, look at it, take your time and read what it really is. But the Fenbendazole is what's been saving people's lives. It's been saving Joe Tippin's life since 2016 when they told him there was nothing else medically he could do. He had to go home and basically die or go to hospice. Nothing else medically he can do. He started taking this with a couple other things. And still to this day, he's cancer free. So I'm taking it. And I know a couple of other people who's got cancer that's taking it. So hopefully all combination, it all works. But either way, I'm a fully devoted follower of Christ. I'm going nowhere. I mean, I may go off this earth, but I'm not, I'm going to the real place that we live, and that's not here. Mike Hunt, how you doing, brother? That's in heaven. I got a place in heaven. I'll go sing with the angels and wait on Jesus to come back, or I'll be down here celebrating everything with you guys. But while I'm here, I'm going to start doing some things that I used to do, some auditing and stuff like that. And some key things that I want to do is I'm going to go down live when I do it, and I'm going to start doing FOIA requests. I want to see, because there's South Carolina cops, and I want to start finding out who, because I'm going to call them out for people to see and watch out for. I'm going to start calling out and finding out FOIA requesting what cops have had street cop training. And then I want to know if they got retrained after that. And, I just want to blast them out there. I want to find out who the cop is, how long they've been there, how much they made. I'm going to start posting their the information online as much as I can get. Yep, there goes the highway patrol. So I hope everybody who are in these wrecks are okay. I really and truly do. It's a sad thing, man. We're in the top, I think, 2 or 3. I did a video a couple months ago. We was in the top 10 for years of the worst roads. Now I believe, and I might be wrong, y'all can look it up, but I believe we're like the top 2 or 3 worst roads in the United States, South Carolina. But yeah, I'm gonna look up street cop videos. I'm gonna be doing street cop videos to see, what's up with that. I'm gonna let this guy with this trailer over because ain't nobody else gonna do it. Come on, don't crowd him out, and I won't crowd you out, and I'll let you over too. Come on. All right. Nobody wants to let anybody over. We're all trying to get somewhere. All right, there's the wreck over there. Everybody send your best wishes to these people. If you don't pray, if you pray for these people. Looks like some of them's off over in the ditch over there. Hopefully it's not bad and nobody really got hurt, but it might be a motorcycle involved, because there was a motorcycle on the side of the road and I don't see the rider for that. So let's pray for them if you pray, and if you don't, just send them best wishes. Now I'm driving again, so I'm not reading the chat a whole lot. Let's see. Oh yeah, man, I appreciate it. I'm gonna stay positive. What can you do? I'm not gonna send it home and just wither away. That's how people die faster. So I'm gonna do everything I can do every day until I can't do it no more. And as long as God's walking with me, and I have you guys and as friends and prayers and support, and I've got my family here. You don't even know. Like Bill drove me down. I've said this, some of you have heard this. Bill literally drove me to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, back and forth, because I had operations. I couldn't drive. I was in pain and under narcotics and all that. And then he's flown with me back and forth to Texas. He's like the patriarch of the family, and he's just a really good person. All the family's been there to help me, but he literally goes back and forth to help me, like be my driver. Because when I get out of these things, I really don't want to stay in the hospital no longer, so they won't let me leave on my own unless I have a driver. You know how that works. So he's there to help me with that. Plus, again, I'm in a lot of pain, and I'm able to leave earlier with someone. Like Tuesday, the doctor said, well, since you've got someone here with you, if you don't want to stay in the hospital, you can't fly home. We don't want you flying till tomorrow, but we'll let you go to your hotel room because you're doing great. And I was like, yeah, let's do that. I'd rather go be in my hotel room and do what I want, eat what I want, and watch, not have nurses come in every 2 to 3 hours poking and prodding you. You're trying to sleep and getting recovery, and then they're waking you up to take your vitals again, which I know that's their job. I'm not down on them for it, but I spent 4 months in the hospital due to a botched operation. I was doing good from all the cancer stuff, but my incisions, whoever sewed me up didn't do it right. My incisions popped open and my intestines popped out of my stomach. That is another thing that I will be showing Friday night on my Dirty Cop News, the pictures, because I've had some people say, oh, you had a hernia. Yeah, that popped out. Not that you can see, because in a hernia, you can see the bulge through your skin. You can see it, but you can't see what's causing the hernia. Well, my intestines, literally, you can see them. They're outside of my body. And Dr. Clevenger did a great job putting me back together, and they couldn't sew me up, so they used a wound vacuum. Y'all look up what a wound vacuum is. And I had to walk around with one of them for like 6 months. But it closed. It healed myself. My body closed up on its own. But it's funny because the way they had to do it, they stuff it in you. So when it closed up, now instead of my belly button being in the middle of my belly, it's on the right hand side. It's kind of fun, and it's not a big belly button where you can stick a Q-tip in, and it's a little old tiny thing that you can see it, but you couldn't even really get a Q-tip in there anymore. So it's kind of funny. But let's see. Patricia Walton, Daz 241, Mike Hunt writes crispy, Bo Como, Poor Dirk Farmer. Man, I'm so glad to see you guys in here. I appreciate all of you showing up. Hope all of you's doing well. If you hadn't hit the smash like that button, or if you hadn't smashed that like button, smash that for me. But yeah, and listen, y'all follow each other, man, and subscribe to each other, please. Let's keep, building each other's channels up. And then smashing the like button and sharing it with everyone you know, and it just helps your notifications get out. I mean, look, I've got thousands of subscribers, but my notifications don't go out except for to a few. So if the few that come and watch, and they start sharing it through your other social media and liking it, if you ain't got nowhere to share it, at least like it if you can, if you would, and then that just helps us. But of course, it's totally up to you guys, but it does help the channel, people. And I always say, why do you come watch if you ain't gonna like the content? Like it enough to be here, or maybe you don't like it, but you want to see what we got to say, and okay, that's okay too. So why would you like something that you don't like, but you want to hear what other people's got to say? So that's conversation, and I'm okay with that. And that might be why you don't like it, but don't dislike it. I'm just playing. You're welcome to do that too. Sometimes people forget. Yeah, I know. It's all good. Yeah, and I never rest well in the hospital because, again, every 3 hours they was coming in, and literally, you know what? Honestly, I had a couple nurses that were liberal, and they refused to give me my medicine. They had me on Dilaudid every 2 hours. Dilaudid is one of the strongest forms of morphine, so they had me on straight morphine, Dilaudid, 2 milligrams every 2 hours. And so I had it was started with one. She refused. She made me wait like hours and hours, dude. I was in so much pain. I kept calling down there, and they kept saying, she hasn't been down there yet. I was like, no. So finally, her boss gave me his card, and I called him on a Friday night on his night off when he was out. You can hear him in the nightclub. He walked outside. I said, you got to get her off. I haven't had my medicine in 5 hours. She refuses to give it to me. I've called and called and called. All the other nurses know. They went out and told her she just won't come give me my medicine. Dude, I'm in a lot of pain. And what it was, I was watching, First Amendment videos, and then I was talking on the phone, and she was in the room, and I didn't realize she was a liberal, and it really made her mad. So I got her kicked off of my team. I told the doc, I do not want to ever see her in my room again, period, because she doesn't hear me, and you're allowed to do that. It's my insurance paying for it. So they took her off my team, but her friend didn't like it, so she started giving me half a dose, which wasn't helping. It was sort of helping, but it wasn't. So then I called back down to the day nurse. I said, look, I need to talk to this guy. I've called and left him a message, but she's doing the same thing. Here's what the doctor said I'm supposed to get every 2 hours because it's helping me with my pain, and she's refusing to give it to me just like the other nurse. I think they're friends. So now I don't want her on my team, and they kicked her off my team. And after that, I never had a problem. Every 2 hours, I got my medicine. But that's a shame that you got people who will claim to be caregivers. They will take a job, no matter what your politics are. If you don't believe people have a First Amendment right to go out and film in public, and you believe that cops are the best thing in the world, that's fine. I'm not going to keep your medicine from you if I'm your nurse or doctor because I don't think the same way you do. That's atrocious. That's a really bad thing to do to somebody. And man, I was in there because the doctor botched my operation. I wasn't in there on my own doing, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't even in there because the cancer was killing me. It was that I got bacterial infections inside my body, abscesses, 3 of them. 3 bacterial abscesses inside my body due to a botched operation. And when your stomach opens up, bacteria gets inside, infection gets in there, and then you get sick. And so I ended up having, over the whole 4 months that I spent in and out of the hospital, I had 3 drain bags. At one time, I had completely 3 of them, and then they took 1 of them out, and I had 2 of them, and then they took another one out a few weeks later, and I had 1. But I had a drain bag for like 5 months. At the same time, while I'm doing the wound vac to fix my wound on my belly. It's a 16-inch incision, and I got this big old vacuum vacuuming out the pus and the blood and everything else. While I'm doing that, I got these other 3 little handbags that they squeeze, and it's got a little hose on it, and they hang them from your clothes with like a pin, a safety pin, or a baby pin, diaper pin, but it's got a hose, a little tiny hose that's poked inside your belly that they got sewn there so it can't be pulled out easy, and it's up inside where the abscess is, and then it's slowly draining as they're giving you antibiotics, hoping that they're taking the infection away. Well, they didn't get it right. They didn't get the infection, they didn't get the antibiotics right in the beginning. It took them 3 months to figure it out. And this last infectious doctor that came in was supposed to be like the head guy. He figured it out and said, y'all been giving him the wrong antibiotic this whole time. And that was in February of this year. He said, here, we're going to give you this antibiotic and see what happens. Man, within 3 days, I started feeling better. By the 4th or 5th day, I was feeling so good. They was talking about me going home if I could give myself my own antibiotics, because I got a port that a port that's inside my chest right now that all they got to do is stick a needle in. It's a big plastic thing. It's a lump, and it's a plastic and metal thing with a hose on it that's connected inside my veins, so they can stick a port in there and give me all my IVs and stuff. So they said they could stick a needle that would have a little hose on it that I could plug into my IVs. If I would give myself an IV 3 times a day for 2 weeks, I could go home. I said, heck yeah. So I learned how to do that, and I went home and gave myself an IV 3 times a day. And finally, that was over with. And then after 2 weeks, I got off the antibiotics. 2 more weeks in March. I was in March now. They brought me in and they did some tests and found out, okay, all the abscesses are gone. You're cleared up now, and you can slowly get back to work. And then the wound vac, they took the wound vac off in March because I was healed up so good. I still had a little scab, and I had to put Band-Aids on for about 2 more weeks. But finally, my incision that they botched and where my intestines popped out is healed now. And so, I'm humbled. I wouldn't take my shirt off and go swimming because everybody would look at my chopped up, scarred up belly and my belly button being on the right side and stuff like that. But, but that's okay. I'll still go swimming. I'll just leave my shirt on. But it is kind of funny. If I raise my shirt, I got a big old scar right down the middle of my stomach. And I've lost 75 pounds. Now, while I was in the hospital, I was sick as a dog. They had me on IVs and giving me insurance stuff. I was throwing up and I couldn't eat and I had no appetite half the time. I was just so sick. So I lost 75 pounds while I was in the hospital. And, I really looked like a skeleton. And so, My highest weight in life was 286. During depression, I was eating a lot, and then I got down on my own, back down to 236, and then uh, well, actually 233. I'm sorry, 233, and then I was 233 when I found out I had cancer. Then I went from 233 down to 260 after the botched operation. Now I'm back up to 167. The other day, a scale at the hospital said I was 172, but mine at home says 167, and the other scale at the hospital said 167. So I think their scale's off a little bit. But all right, let's see if anybody. Sewer Dog, what's up, buddy? Good to see you in here. I hope the family's doing well. Y'all make sure y'all go. John Speedway, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Mike Hunt, man, I'm sorry if I'm missing people coming in. And I'm getting on this rant, but now I know. Yeah, that's what's been going on, Mike. I've been so sick, dude. Now, there's been a few people who's been keeping in contact. Kim Johnson, y'all know her. She has not, I have not missed contact with her. She's always in contact. I just spoke with her yesterday. She's texting me all the time. I'm texting her back. And so she's a good one. If you ever want to know where I'm at, reach out to Kim Johnson. She knows. Jeff is here. You know, NC Tyrant Hunter. St. Joaquin Valley has kept in touch with me over the last couple of years, and I've let him know. So he's another one that if you want to know anything, he kind of knows what's going on too. You can always reach out to San Joaquin. He's a great guy. He loves everybody, and he'll talk to you and let you know. Because there's just sometimes I can't. I was in the hospital. I was so sick. I just didn't even feel like doing nothing. I was just laying there on morphine, you know, just trying to live basically. And so now I was watching videos when I felt good, but you know, I'm laying there. I'm not typing in the computer or even trying to do voice text because I had my computer set up. So I was watching, but I wasn't trying to type. I was just laying there watching the different videos and stuff. But anyway, that being said, man, I'm so appreciative of y'all being here. And again, 9 o'clock for ones that hasn't heard, 9 o'clock Friday night, I'm going to try to go live. I got a Dirty Cop News coming, a story on some bad cops, and Guerilla, dang it, I gotta remember his name now. Guerilla Publications. Y'all go check out his channel. He just got a chief of police stripped of his guns. The guy can't even carry guns right now, and he got him fired from his job. Now, he had to do the mayor's job because the mayor refused to fire the chief of police, even though he had restraining orders against him for beating up women and children. So he had restraining orders. When you get a restraining order, I know in my state and in others and in his state, you have to give up your guns. You're not legally allowed to be in possession of them. Well, he stayed in possession. The mayor wouldn't do anything. So Guerilla Publications went down there. And what started it all, you may have seen, I think he was the 76-year-old veteran on his own property. The cop come up and he told the cop to get off his property, to leave, and he wasn't supposed to be there. And the cop got all butthurt, ended up slamming him to the ground and harassing him and all that. So Guerilla Publications went down there and did a deep dive into this chief of police, found out that he was corrupt, that he had restraining orders on him. So he went down. They started not letting him in the buildings and stuff like that during public meetings. So they had to do stuff about that. And then he was able to get back in. And finally, he was able to get in and tell the town what was going on. So they had an emergency town meeting. They fired the chief of police. And well, they stripped him of his guns first, because you can see him there at the town meeting. He's going, "Hey, where's your guns? You weren't supposed to be carrying them. Why you beat women?" This, that, and other. It was so good. You got to go watch it. And then finally, the town meeting shows that they fired him because he's dangerous. And not only that, now they fired him in such a way that his criminal past and all this stuff follows him. See, they hired him knowing this stuff. But because it wasn't out there, they still hired him, even though they knew it and they was kind of trying to hide it. But see, that's where people like us and Guerilla Publications, he went out as a journalist and he kicked their butts. Now, I believe he's also a lawyer,
And I follow this guy, so I think I'm right about that. But y'all go check out his channel, and you're going to love it. That being said, you see everybody packing into the church, so I'm going to get in there and shake some hands and hug some necks and see what's going on. So I love you all. God bless everyone. I hope you all have a great day and have a great life. Always remember, if you have any strife with anyone in your life, please reach out to them, even if you think that it's not your fault, and reach out to them and squash it. But now listen, because I'm going through this with some of my auditor friends out here. You know, we've had some issues, some of you. You got to be honest with why we had the issues. Don't just come back and try to be my friend. If you're not going to be honest and say, yeah, I did that, and I'm sorry, and here's why, so we can get past it, then, you know, you can't squash it if you're not going to squash it, if you're not going to be truthful. And I'm also having that same problem with my blood son. My son will not tell the truth. I've got I've got picture messages and text messages that he sent me telling me one thing, and now he don't even want to talk to me right now because he don't know what to say. And so let's stop this. Let's just be honest. Dad, this is why I did it. Or friend, this is why I did it. Brother, this is why I did it. I'm sorry. I messed up. I forgive everybody, and let's just move on. But that's what I suggest. And if you're not willing to be honest, then, you know, it really ain't going to work. It's just going to keep one of you or the other one feeling that the other one's not being honest, and then it's going to keep turmoil going on, and that's not what anybody needs. So reach out, try to squash it. If it works, great. It could be the best relationship in your life. Much love, mad respect to all of you as well. Sewer Dog, good to see you. Patricia Walton, Mike Hunt, Das 45 or 241. I'm sorry. John Speedway, Mike Hunt, Wrights Crispy, all you that came in and said hello. I appreciate it. Poor Dirt Farmer. All of you are always welcome. Trump said, thanks for checking in. God bless everyone.